They call me the intellectual Don, and I too practice self-harm for love. Intel, welcome to Intel. Hey, let it ride for a little bit. Welcome to Intel, y'all. It's your man, the intellectual Don, here again, brought to you live in South Carolina. Now, today's, topic would be, practicing self-harm for love and what that means. And of course, there's different variations of self-harm. Some things could come into the fact of self-inflicted wounds, or some things could come in a matter of just holding yourself captive and not wanting to do anything. Unfortunately, guys, keep in mind, this is a heart-to-heart between me and you. So whatever I speak, don't tell nobody, and I'll do the same for you, okay? Now, unfortunately, I've practiced both sides of this. Unfortunately, my backstory would be when I was in college. Right? Back in the day. College by the dad by. I found myself wanting to care for a lot of people, and in fact, there was this one female that I really cared truly for, and I began to find myself holding myself captive within white walls. At the time, I was very successful. I was on the way to trying to be a teacher, and it's kind of carried on into my career as a teacher as well. But at the time, just not wanting to involve myself into other things, or wanting love or nurture so bad that in order to gain that, I put myself in certain situations that may be somewhat embarrassing now, But at the end of the day, I want you guys to understand that the first step, into overcoming this this self-harm, whether it be self-inflicted or holding yourself captive, would just be realizing and understanding where you are in life. At the time, like I said, I was a teacher. I had a boat. I was on the water. What black man was on the water unless he got bread? Never thought I'd be on the boat. It's a big blue watery road. Right. I had a boat. I had a motorcycle. I was in a 2-story townhome, a basement that I've never seen. So, guys, at the end of the day, money doesn't create happiness either. So, because in my situation, there's been times where I still try to drink myself to death, where I still try to chug a handle of anything, or other substances that I've tried to dabble in, or maybe even played in with firearms or anything like that. It gets deep, yeah, I know it does, but that's me venting to y'all. So y'all situation may not be mine, but at least I've overcame those situations and I understood where I was at, and best believe I'm never there again. That's kind of my backstory. But once I realized that I was holding myself captive, and I needed this love, and I needed this person or this being to love me back, but I couldn't do anything to force that person. Once I realized that I couldn't do anything to force that person to love me, that person had to love me whether I was blue, whether I was black, or whether I was sick, or whether I was good. This could relate in the workplace too, because sometimes, when we're at work, we always want to find things to do. And in order to keep our mind busy, we overload ourselves with more paperwork, or more tasks, or more duties, or more responsibilities. Or let me get overtime this weekend so I ain't got to deal with the necessary problems at hand. So even though I found myself in cold Minnesota, with 6 feet of snow and nowhere to go, it wasn't the fact that, for me, we always want to make excuses for ourselves, right? For me, I wanted to say, well, it's just depression, seasonal depression. Ain't no sunshine, so ain't nothing wrong with me, I realized that it wasn't the seasonal depression that was killing me. It was the factor or the desire to find love that was killing me. I was in a better place then, the fact that I understood that I was fucked up, that I needed their love, that I was pursuing their love so hard that it started to, dig its own ditch for myself. That's all I needed to realize, let's backtrack and let's reevaluate where we're at and let's see if we can come up with better solutions, better things that we can do, better hobbies, activities, things that we can pursue differently than that negative energy or that negative vibe. And that helped me out a lot. I realized love might have not been the full factor, but it was definitely the driving factor of pursuing that individual to love me that ended up killing me or on the verge of killing me. It's just that pursuit to find that divine love. That within itself is what started to drain me. Boom. So for the people that feel trapped and for the people that consume themselves with too much work, or for the people that don't want to go home because of the things that they have to face, or for the people that are trying to pursue that divine love or that divine feeling, I have this for you. Something I wrote back in the day, okay? It says, you will live longer lusting for peace than lusting for love. Live long for you, for only you can grant yourself happiness. Invest into your future and tread lightly because you may become complacent. But remember that loving someone is first loving yourself. Boom. So y'all, don't feel trapped anymore. It's okay to love you, and it's okay to understand that you may be in a situation that has you down for the moment. But you'll find a way to get out of it. I promise. Boom, baby! So, that's a wrap. Welcome to Intel. Went to Intellectual Don. That was a light-skinned face. Went to Intellectual Don. Whenever they do that, they gotta have an ugly face. I'm gonna stop. If I ever wanted to join a fraternity, right? It's fraternity. I'd be a cute. I'd be a cute dog. Hope I ain't false claiming. Don't send no dogs for me. Who let them dogs out? Hey. D. Smith. The Intellectual Don. Hey, for real though. Don't tell no Q's I did that. I ain't trying to get jumped. Y'all have a good night. Welcome to Intel with the Intellectual Don. Holla.